everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be doing a recap of the festival that I had almost 2 weeks ago. So this festival was May 2nd and 3rd. On the 2nd it was 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on the 3rd it was 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. So I'm going to go over everything that I sold and how much money I made. So I have a list here of everything that I sold both days. So I'm going to start with everything that I sold on Saturday, and whatever I have pictures of I will put up on the screen. So the first thing that I sold was a frog from my clearance bin for $2. In my clearance bin I have a bunch of old plushies that I've made in acrylic yarn, and I'm just trying to get rid of them. I did sell most of it over the past 2 weekends. So the first thing that I sold was a frog from my clearance bin for $2, and then I sold a heart from my clearance bin for $2. Then I sold an elephant for $18, my Rapunzel for $35, 3 snakes for $30, a bee for $10, a fidget and a demogorgon for $43, a baby possum for $7, a black bear and a dragon for $60, a turtle for $10, a goose for $20, Snorlax for $25, a mushroom pop for $10, a shark for $28, a chicken for $12, an octopus and a whale for $12, a jellyfish from my clearance bin for $3, and another jellyfish from my clearance bin for $3, a dragon, a frog hoodie bear, and a sunflower turtle for $130, a sleeping dragon for $30, a squid for $10, a bear for $50, a fidget for $18, a flower pillow for $30, and a goose for $20. So that's everything that I sold on Saturday, May 2nd. I sold quite a few things from my clearance bin. All of my turtles that are $10 are from the clearance bin. And I sold a few things that I've had for quite a while. Some things were from my clearance bin, and then I sold my flower pillow, which I don't think I have a picture of, but it's a big flower pillow, like this big, that was made with Wonder Crochet's pattern, and I've had that one for a long time. It was one of the first projects that I made in Parfait Chunky, so it's not super good. It's not very well stuffed, and there are some like tiny little gaps in it. It's not too bad though. I've had that for about probably 3 years, and I've been charging $30 for it just because it doesn't look super good, and I did end up selling that. And then I sold my Snorlax for $25. I used to charge $30 for my Snorlax, but I went down on the price $5 because I've had that one for quite a while, and it's made with acrylic yarns. I think that's why I haven't sold it before now, but I did end up selling that, and I almost sold out of my geese in sun hats. I sold 2 of them of 3 on day 1. So that was everything I sold on the first day. So I made $212 in cash, $2.84 in PayPal, and $415 in Venmo, which gives me a total of $629.84. So my microphone died, and I didn't realize until after I had finished going over everything for Sunday. So on Sunday I sold a snake for $10, a vulture for $28, a Baymax for $35, a cookie duck and a dragon for $75, a sleeping fox for $30, a possum and an axolotl for $12, a goose and a bee for $35, a turtle for $10, a dragon for $15, a capybara for $10, a jellyfish for $3, a swinging axolotl for $15, a turtle for $10, a demogorgon for $25, a sleeping dragon for $30, a turtle for $20, a swinging frog for $15, a lamb and a dog for $90, a fuzzy raccoon for $18, a jumbo loaf cat for $20, a mini turtle for $20, 2 possums for $12, a demogorgon for $25, a sleeping fox for $30, a duck snuggler for $35, a swinging mallard and a mini axolotl for $22, a duck and 2 axolotls for $65, a jellyfish for $3, a cat for $45, a bear for $20, and a turtle for $10. So that's everything that I sold on Sunday, and in cash I made $328, in PayPal I made $30, in Venmo I made $435, which gives me a total of $793 on Sunday. I have no idea how long my microphone has been dead, but I hope it hasn't been long. I ended up making a total of $1,422.84, which is the most money I've ever made at an event selling my crocheted plushies. So I'm very happy with that number. Between that festival and the festival I had this last weekend, which I think I will be posting a recap of next week, I almost completely sold out of everything in my clearance bin. So I'm very happy about that. Now I can restock it with some other plushies that I've had for a while. So I'm going to go over my best sellers. I would say my 3 best sellers are my snakes. I had 4 snakes and I sold all 4. My geese with hats. I had 3 and I sold all 3 pretty early. Like, I sold 2 of them on the first day and then the other one pretty early on the second day. So I probably would have sold more if I had more. And my turtles for my clearance bin, I think I had 1 left at the end of the day. So those were my best sellers. For that event, I took cash, PayPal, and Venmo. I don't take card, and I did lose a couple sales, I think, because I don't take card, but I didn't lose too many because most people either had Venmo or PayPal. I was not the only crocheter at this event. There were at least 3 other crocheters, and they ended up putting us all on the same row. And I kind of wish they hadn't put us all on the same row, like clumped together. I did lose a few sales because there were other crocheters, but overall I did pretty well considering there were at least 4 of us that I saw. I didn't end up walking around too much, but I did see quite a few crocheted items. And one of the crocheters was selling all of her chenille yarn, and she had quite a bit. So she came over and talked to me about that, and she gave me her information if I was interested in buying the yarn, which I did end up buying it, and you will see all of it in my next vlog. But anyway, that is my recap for that festival, and next week I will be posting a recap for the other festival that I went to the weekend after. And what I'm working on right now is crocheting a Baymax, because I did sell one of my Baymaxes at this event, so I definitely want to make another one because the Baymax was one of the things that really made people want to come to my table, because even if they didn't know the name of the character, they knew who he was. So it made people want to come in. That and my Anchor the octopus. People loved Anchor so much. I always put him at like the other end of the table so that people can see him when they're just like walking by. So those were the two things that really made people want to come to my booth. So I definitely want to make another one. But that's my recap. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. If you watched all the way to the end, comment a goose emoji and let me know what types of videos you would like to see in the future. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!